Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Now we got the here we go from Fabrizio, we got the confirmation from David Ornstein as well. But what about the medical? Now, according to reports, the medical has been set. The medical will be undertaken over in Singapore, so not Spain, not England. Apparently, it's over in Singapore, and a lot of sources have reported it. So let's get through it. And this is what the Independent have had to say. Viktor Gyokeres will fly to Singapore for a medical. Sources tell the Independent the pair Mosquera and Gyokeres will not be able to feature in the friendly with AC Milan on Wednesday, but they could make their debuts against Newcastle on Sunday. I don't think I'm ready, guys. I don't think I'm ready to watch Gyokeres playing for Arsenal yet. It's too much. It's too much. I don't think I'm able to watch Gyokeres this Sunday. I need to breathe fast because this here we go has just hit me like, pooh. Like I just need to relax fast for like a month fast before I watch Gyokeres playing for us. No, get him there. Get him playing even tomorrow. Forget about the medical. He's okay. He's healthy. I can confirm it. He's healthy. We just play him tomorrow after the 16-hour flight to Singapore. Just play him tomorrow. But yeah, I wouldn't expect him to start against Newcastle neither, but maybe come off the bench. Mosquera, I'd expect him to play in that game. Mosquera's already flown over to Singapore, so that is great. So that is what the Independent have said. And the medical he'll fly to Singapore for his medical, and then he should be available to make his debut against Newcastle. Same with Mosquera. Don't forget, we're also signing Mosquera. Mosquera himself, we're waiting for that deal to be done as soon as possible, and we got the here we go. And we already got leaked photos of his interview. The Arsenal's already done all that. We were told there was a delay with the work permit, with the papers and all that, but he's now going to be an Arsenal player. And already it's a busy transfer window, man. I cannot believe how many players we've signed. That's a lot of players, and there's still more coming up. So we'll talk about that in a later video. But this is what Miguel Delaney has had to say about this all. The plan is for Gyokeres to have his medical in Singapore. He and Mosquera could make their debuts against Newcastle. So again, let's wait and see how it goes. The most important thing for me is for him to sign for Arsenal. I always say they're not going to say anything about, but it's slow, Arteta is delaying this or that. You never heard me saying that. That's why I've always said I'm 100% Gyokeres is going to join Arsenal. Very, very confident. My only worry was when was he going to join Arsenal, I did not want him to miss, 2-3 preseason games and then join us when you only have 2 games remaining in England, miss the whole, because the players have already been in Spain for a week and now they've been in Singapore for like 2-3 days. You don't want it to be, held that much. And on top of that, the only forward player that we signed, Madueke, is not even available for the tour because he's on holiday. So not having Gyokeres as well and not having a player like Eze as well and basically going with the same attack that we've had last season, no changes at all. Now, do I expect those attackers to improve? Yes. I'm not saying Odegaard is going to have a bad season again or Trossard is going to have a bad season again, or Havertz or Saka is going to be injured again. No, those players will probably improve next season for sure. But we already know that is not going to be enough, Even before Liverpool signed the players, we already know how good they are with players like Salah. We don't have a player like Salah at Arsenal. Man City had a poor season, but they still were able to reach the FA Cup final, and we've seen them playing okay at times in the Club World Cup. You'd expect him to be better next season. We personally feel like we have the best goalkeeper in the league. I feel like we have the best defense in the league, but the only position that we cannot sit down and talk to Liverpool and Man City and those guys is the forward positions. They would always say Haaland is better than everyone at Arsenal up front. That is true. But now, if Gyokeres comes and starts scoring goals, maybe that argument will not just be as simple as that. Liverpool would always say, we have Salah, who at Arsenal is going to score 25 goals. We usually don't have anyone. But now with Gyokeres, we can say, yeah, we actually have someone to compete with those teams. So very important to get them there. Get them training, both him and Mosquera. Mosquera will be a very important backup for our players. And we also had news for Kiwi yesterday, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. Now, or later today, sorry. This is what Hand of Arsenal had to say. Arsenal and Sporting now exchanging final documents for the transfer of Viktor Gyokeres. Arsenal logistics team are preparing his medical. The Swede is on standby. Gyokeres adamant he wants to be part of the preseason. Followed strict individual training plan. Patients were always a masters of the situation. So he wants to go and play. He does not want it to be delayed that much again. I mean, fair play to Gyokeres, man. He's been patient. For us fans, we've been very patient. But just imagine, he's not been training this whole time. Everyone else is back in preseason and training. Him has just been sitting around waiting for Arsenal and Sporting to agree a deal. He gets a phone call. He's told, we're not going to sell you until we get this. So his timeline is crazy, like 6 months ago, you're going to leave for 60 million. Okay, let's wait for that. 2 months later, now you're not going to leave for 60 million, but United want you. Do you want to go to United? Looking like he's going to go to United, and then he's like, no, Arsenal want you. Or does Arsenal want Sesko more? And then the moment he feels like Arsenal are going to get him, things change again. Prices go up. Arsenal not going to pay that price. What are we going to do? Arsenal now, trying to bid for Sesko. Is it over for him? Is he going to end up staying in Sporting when he wants to leave? All that, like, it's been crazy. He's had to give up his own money. Still not enough. He's had to, I don't know if his agent decided to pay that money for himself, or did Gyokeres talk to him and tell him, listen, this is a dream move for me. I really want to go to Arsenal. Please make it happen. Shout out to the both of them. And then he's had to stay, move things out of his house, and still wait for literally 2 weeks since we got the news that Gyokeres and Arsenal in discussion, but nothing ever happened in those 2 weeks. There were talks going on, but it never got completed. So it's very, very good from him being that patient and waiting for the deal to be done and not changing his mind. He could easily have said, you know what, let me just go back to training with Sporting and let's see how it goes. No, he never went back. Ben Jacob says Arsenal reached an agreement with Sporting for Viktor Gyokeres, 63.5 million euros plus 10 million in add-ons. So that is 73.5 million euros. In pounds, it's 63 million. Nature of 2.5 million euros of those bonuses needed, finalizing at the breakthrough this weekend. I wish we could have gotten a better breakdown of the 2.5 million. What we were told is Arsenal and Sporting had agreed on those add-ons. The first part of the add-on, the first 25%, if he plays 20 games for Arsenal, they get 2.5 million. If he plays another 20 games to make it 40 games this season, they're going to get another 25%. And then the other 50%, if he plays another 25 games next season, they're going to get that. And if Arsenal qualify for the Champions League this season, they're going to get another 2.5 million. So Arsenal are not happy with that. So did Arsenal eventually agree to that, or did Sporting, change a few things here and there, maybe make it about goals this season or stretch it to next season? Maybe if Arsenal make Champions League for the next 2 seasons in a row, all that, what did they do to make it, to agree finally? Because it has taken a full week to discuss that add-ons, so those add-ons. So it was clearly a very, very big thing. We're looking at it at 2.5 million, but for them, they're looking at it as such a big deal. That's why it's taken so long to discuss that 2.5 million, because we were already told last week by the reporters that it was already a done deal. Gyokeres' permission to undergo a medical expected within 24 hours. So I would expect him to be in Singapore maybe Wednesday night, which would be around almost Thursday morning. So training maybe Friday, getting introduced to the rest of the team Thursday and Friday. So yeah, the chances of him appearing for that Newcastle game, because he'll need a couple of training sessions, I don't think he's going to start or anything. He might make an appearance depending on how quickly this happens. Get him a private jet, fly him there, private jet right away, fly him there, get him playing already, and let's see how it goes. But yeah, it's going to happen. He's going to be an Arsenal player. I cannot wait to see Gyokeres playing for Arsenal, man. Like, I cannot wait. This is huge for us, I've been supporting Arsenal for 21 years. How many times have we signed a striker or even a forward player that I'm really looking forward to? So I can count. It's less than 10. I remember Aubameyang was very excited. Wow, let's see how it goes. Even Lacazette was like, okay, we actually have a striker. Let's see how it goes. Not many. Eduardo was okay when you signed him, but it was like, okay, what are we expecting from Eduardo and all that? And then other players, not really forward players that I were really expecting a lot from or really excited me. Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, all those players excited me, but none of them were like, oh, wow, this is going to be big. They're going to come and score 30 goals. Nah, no one has ever really got me feeling that way, apart from Aubameyang up until now. So this is a big deal, guys. This is an absolutely big deal. We haven't had a signing like this in a long time. I remember celebrating the, Pierre, you want to come out here? That's what Mkhitaryan was doing when he joined Arsenal as well. This is Gyokeres' time now. We are going to see him in a red shirt for Arsenal. I literally cannot wait for him to get started. So as Daily FC confirms here, permission for Viktor Gyokeres to undergo a medical with Arsenal is now expected within 24 hours. So that was 3 hours ago. So let's see in the next 21 hours whether it's going to be confirmed tonight. Now, obviously, right now in Singapore, it's night time. Over where is, I think they're in Spain. Gyokeres, it's around like maybe 6-5 in the afternoon. So he can definitely board the plane and he can arrive maybe when it's nighttime in Singapore tomorrow and get his medical done. Probably not the same day. Probably it's going to be the next day after that, Thursday. So let's see. It's going to be an Arsenal player. So I'm probably going to reveal him on Saturday or something. But I cannot wait for this to get done, man. But the medical is set. Let's see how it goes. This is a very, very exciting signing. 450, 4 million upfront and 10 million in add-ons. That is very cheap. I thought we were going to pay something like 80 million for 80 million for him or something. So this is big. Make sure to check out the other videos for Gyokeres. We've literally been having a party celebrating Gyokeres. That is how big this deal is. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.